Hello, my name is Carrick82, and welcome back to our Omnifactory playthrough. I am just getting some stuff ready for, well, not ready, but fluid exchanger and our fluid extractor and a fluid solidifier, so we can get this europium out of the fusion reactor. And I figured, why not just do HV? It's right there. This is pretty quick. I just realized I forgot to get some this. Yeah, so this doesn't need to be super fast. I debated either doing LUV, because we have LUV power right there, but that will probably be upgraded, so we can upgrade the fusion reactor, whereas this, we won't need it. So I'm thinking what we'll do, how do we want to do this? Just trying to think what would we actually could. I guess we could just have these pretty well. All right. So we did that and that. So insert there, back there. Guess we could, doesn't really need to be like right next to it. These could just be connected. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. All right, so if we did, yeah, let's do that. And then maybe that. Fluid solidifier, fluid extractor, extractor. And I guess the this will go up top. That now that should have connected, yeah. So that will be inserts, and we'll do ingots. So there is that. I think it will probably be easier to. Yeah, we'll just do that, I guess, and then I can just kind of come underneath. It's definitely not the most attractive. I think for now. Okay. Let's do that. All right. So what we'll do is that. I never know if you have to face it down, or will it just, if I have a regular, will it just go in there? I actually don't know, to be honest. I've just always kind of faced it with the full block. And then we'll do the item out. Like that. I'm thinking. All right, so all is active. Did that run and I didn't even like, I didn't even see it? Did that go already? No. Ah, I didn't even think about that. Well, that's a bit awkward because I can't get that out. I don't think you can get fluid out of input hatches. Well, that's awkward. We'll just pretend I didn't do that. Alright, that was a bit awkward because I just had to basically destroy that. So I just basically broke it and changed the color. I totally didn't even think about that, but hey, you know. Kind of funny to see my mess ups every once in a while, or, you know, every episode. All right, so I guess we can test to see how this works. So we need, let's make some more europium. That was pretty funny. Thankfully, it just requires neodymium, and you can buy it pretty easily. So if we need europium, I put the recipe. Can I put the? Oh, I didn't connect it. Did just craft up a whole bunch more of that though. Oh, we can actually connect it right there. Actually, pretty easy. All right, so now, in theory, I don't think we need to do that, but if I tell it to craft up europium, it'll put neodymium in there, melt it down, send it to the fusion reactor, and in theory, I'm gonna get 64, I guess. We have plenty of neodymium. It is a maze to get through here. So it should be, wish I could see what the wireless, is that the only wireless? I mean, it's really easy, isn't it? Yeah, it's EV. Maybe we'll set that up. Because I'm just trying to see. Right. Didn't. All right, it did something. Did I? Did it? Oh man. Hold on. Did that? Did it melt it down and then? That's a bit weird. Hold on. What? Oh, did I? Oh, I know. Well, good thing I checked because that wasn't full up. And that may have been when I broke it. We lost that. But I think it's facing up. So I need to change that. But all right, so there we go. That actually saved that. Yeah, because apparently when you broke that, it dropped the power all the way down. You lost all the power. So that's good to know also. I assumed like more of these would have stored the, I guess. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, when I broke it, it like deformed and they lost the power. I guess that does make sense. So by actually having this not able to accept the neodymium, it didn't try to put the neodymium in the hatch, and what it would have done is tried to turn on, and then it would have failed because it didn't have enough power, and then it would have tried again, and like every time it would have kept trying over and over and over again, and it would just gone through this whole thing of neodymium. So that actually saved me by having that faced the wrong way. So we had something bad happen, but something good happened actually out of it too. So all right, we should be good. And there we go. All right, so it does appear to be working, at least in that part. So it's melting down the neodymium and it's putting it in there. This is crafting that up, and then this should be coming out. And there is the europium. So fortunately we have to, well, yeah, it only does the 16 millibuckets, which it only does a little bit at once. So it does take a little time to go through this, which, you know, it's not the end of the world. We just let it run, and then it will overclock if we add when we upgrade it at some point. So that is cool. So these lower recipes will definitely overclock. All right, but there we go. There is our Europium. So there is that quest. All right. Did it open endgame? What did it? Ah, phosphorus. That's right. So there, Europium. And now that opens up the fusion injectors that we need to craft up. So in order to get that, we need empowered Inori and fusion machine casings. Because that isn't the end of the world. Why don't we, we'll need this anyway for the next tier. Yeah, this is the next tier, so we will need these anyway. Make a recipe. Should be, yeah. This is our one with the Teflon in. So I can just throw random things in there and it'll work. Well, will it? If it's, yeah, it'll work. All right, so there's that. Draconic cores. We do have, we did make the, yeah, we did a recipe for that. It looks like I do need a recipe for Nonori. What does this require? All right, helium, basic component, apatite, and steel. Man, some of these are some of these are a bit annoying. I need a thing of helium. Now, we should have a whole bunch of helium in one of these. Xenon, krypton. There we go. Lots and lots of helium. So that's not a problem. We'll have to do what we did over, I can't remember. Didn't we have a thing for? Didn't we set up something for getting, I thought we set up a thing for the other one, didn't we? Oh, I think it was water, wasn't it? Water? I don't remember. The palace. The palace. Or did I just do that? I may have just... Yeah, I think I may have just done that manually. That's what I did. Everything else we did, but alright. So the question is, do we get the fusion thing set up today? Because I think that's what requires it. Ooh, Wyvern. Wyvern core? What do Wyvern cores need? Powered Emeratic. Blocking nether stars. That isn't like that definitely isn't a small amount of RF. Neither is that. All right, let me cut here really quick and kind of think about what we want to do, because we do need to get this set up, but the question is, well, the question is, where the heck are we going to put it? And the other question is, we have enough power for this thing, because that doesn't even have, I mean, this only has 200,000. Yeah, let me do a little kind of figuring out here, and we'll come back. And we are back. All right, I've been doing a little bit of kind of planning out here what I want to do moving forward. So what my main like power storage that I am planning on doing is the Draconic energy core, or the Draconic energy, you know, the big giant ball or whatever. So that's kind of my main goal. That's what I'm going to be replacing this with, and then we will pipe all the power we produce. We'll just send it to that thing, and then that will, we can send it out from that kind of central location to all the different places in the base. So that's kind of my main kind of my main goal. And I think we're gonna need both of these. This is how you get it out. This is the center of it. I think that is going to be kind of, I want to get that, and then we'll redesign everything to work around that. So that kind of gives me a good kind of central kind of area, and then we can kind of expand the base out from that, or at least get that kind of just to give me like a starting point. Because right now I'm just kind of like, I have no idea where I want anything. Like, this is kind of like in an awkward position, and yeah. So that is kind of the main goal. And I do have some ideas. I think, well, I'm not gonna, we'll get into that later, but I think I kind of know what I want to do for the base. It's a little bit different than I have done before. But all right, so energy core. Fortunately, we do need awakened draconium to get that. And to get awakened draconium, we need the dragon hearts. Now I could go and fight the end, but you know what? Let's not. I've been kind of doing everything with the microverse thing, so I think, yeah. So this is what I'm thinking we'll do, because we need dragon eggs too. I don't remember why we needed it. What did we need them for? Ah, this, yeah. So we need this anyway. So I think getting this set up and sent out is our kind of main priority at the moment. So to get that, we need the fusion reactor. So I think I'm going to get this set up. Should have all the europium in there now. Yep. I don't know if there's actually like a quest for 64. No, sometimes there is in the end game page. Sometimes there's like a quest for, these are all for like 64. But all right, so I think we're gonna do this. Now I haven't done this recipe yet. I need to add it. So we'll do that, shift click in there. And also I did see, well, I could just add them all right now, actually. Why don't we just add them all? I don't know if we're gonna need them. I'm assuming we might, but we have that. And powered diamantine we need, so let's just add that. Powered void, powered emeradic. There's 6, right? Yes. All right, so that's all those. Let's just save them on there. Let's get them in there, and then I won't have to worry about adding recipes anymore. So that goes in there. Now I did add, or I did craft up a couple fluid canning machines, and I've gone ahead and just thrown them over here. Basically, quick fluid canning machine with an export of the fluid that we need. So one for helium, one for water. And then I've gone ahead and put recipes on the back is 1 cell, and you get the cell you need. So if we do that, we should be able to craft up these things. So it wants 8. It does say if you want to plan ahead, make 34 of these. Now I haven't been able to find why we need 84. I've looked through all the basic crafting, and none of them are, I thought there would be maybe like some crazy difficult recipes, but I can't find them. So I actually don't know why. I can't figure out the reason it wants us to make, if you want to plan ahead, make 34 of these. I don't know if it's like, you want like 1 for each item or something. I really don't know actually, but we'll see. But I'm thinking if we do, let's make a recipe for that. I don't think we have ender crystals, do we? No, so we're gonna have to do a couple more recipes here. Yeah, that's annoying. At that, get us ender crystal. And then I'm assuming there probably is a recipe for that. Yes. Enderman heads, though. Don't think I have Enderman heads. Can we get that from I figured we probably can get it from that. Yeah. All right. So I may just craft up a bunch. I don't think we need to have that like permanently. I do have an Enderman one right there. Let me I did just waste one of those, but not a big deal. All right. So I'm probably just gonna we'll leave that there. This is for those. I have those 64 for like these things. That I can't remember. I think it's this one. Yeah. But yeah, all right. So we'll get Enderman heads. We'll just let that. Unfortunately, it is basic, so it's gonna kind of take a while, but we'll just let that run. And yeah, we got that. I got a recipe for appetite and steel. Yes, we do have most of that. So, should we add a recipe for? Yeah, I'm running out of things here. I need to craft up more. But yeah. Do we have the soul binder? Yeah, we'll throw that in there. All right. So I think that is everything for these fusion things. I probably just need Enderman heads at this point. Need more lapis. We're missing a few things here. Right, I'll probably just do a couple stacks of empty cells in the thing. Sapphires I thought we got set up. Didn't we get that set up? I thought I did that. Or maybe I just did a whole bunch. Ah, right. Oh, we have an implosion compressor now, though. Don't have any sapphire dust, though. I think you get... Don't you get, like, a whole bunch of these from... I can't remember. All right, so a couple things to do here. What about Fusion Crafting Core? That's easy now. All right, so we need a lot of lapis for that. All right. So as we can see, this isn't the easiest in the world, and the power that it's going to need is quite a lot. But I'm thinking if we can... what do we want to do? What do we want to do? We could craft up a whole bunch more of these. I know I could do that. I'm kind of just putting it off because I'm going to be getting most of my power from the fusion reactor. So we're kind of doing two things here at the moment. All right. Speaking of the fusion reactor, the other thing we want is helium-3, because if we look at this, if we want to get into the power, it does suggest oxygen plasma. So, you know, it's suggesting that. Let's go ahead and we'll do that. And to create the oxygen plasma, we need, in the fusion reactor, we need carbon and helium-3. There's a couple ways to get helium-3 also. You can centrifuge helium down, but that's a terrible ratio, and it's quite slow. Or there's this lunar mining station, which is a kind of a fun multi-block. And you get 48,000 millibuckets from it for really easy. And consumption chance only has 10% consumption chance for the helium rover. And if we look at the helium rover, you get 16 of those from one recipe. So I think that's probably the intended route to go with this. Now, the lunar mining station isn't the easiest in the world to craft up. It's quite large and requires, you know, LEV machine casing. So I feel like we're actually kind of right at that point. Stellar alloy blocks are a bit annoying because we don't have any. I don't have any stellar alloy yet. So we need 9. We need like 81 of these. So we're gonna need a whole lot of grains of infinity. So that. All right. So a couple things I need to craft up here. Let me cut here, and then we'll kind of craft some stuff up. And at least get. I think let's at least get this fusion crafter set up, because I can actually just throw one of these recipes in, like the wyvern cores or whatever, and just let it run while I'm doing other things. And it'll slowly, very slowly fill up, but I can kind of have it running, and I may have it come out of the capacitor bank kind of on its own separate one and maybe limit it. I don't know. We'll see. So I think let's get that set up, and then yeah, we'll come back. All right, I got I think everything here. There is one little issue with the sapphire. I think it's from I'm assuming it's from shift clicking the recipe into the pattern. There seems to be, it's not recognizing the recipe, so I'm assuming it's like this is coming up with a different thing here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this in manually and then do the recipe that way. We had an issue before with that too, so wasn't super surprised by that. Yep, so we'll do that. I mean, it looks the same, but maybe there's like MBT data or something like that. I guess I could have just put it in with that interface terminal. All right, so that should be everything for the fusion things. Now, if the sapphire doesn't, yeah, so that fixed the sapphire thing. All right, so yeah, that looks like we're good for that. These aren't too, there's nothing crazy about this. You know, it is gated behind some things, but we've slowly gotten everything kind of crafted up, and it's definitely nice having the multi-smelter for all the glass that we need. But yeah, those should be, no, I think I forgot to turn them. Yes, I forgot to do that. So also, I just realized that actually uses the that uses up those cells, doesn't it? I didn't even think about that. So I'm not going to get those cells back. I might need to do an extractor depending on how much we need of these. There goes the Inori. So let's I guess we'll come back here. I'll craft up the fusion, the thing as well, and then we'll just kind of get it hooked up, and we'll check it out. And we are back, and I have a couple things we need to do here to get the wyvern cores. So we need this compressed infused lava crystal block, and we need empowered emeretic. So this is something we need to set up here. Now we have vibrant, we have ultimate components. We don't have stabilized uranium or argon cells. So I'm going to do uranium. Stabilized uranium is 238. You can do either, but 238 is easier. This probably needs to be, I don't think you can throw that in there actually. All right, we'll probably do that then. We'll do that. Actually, we'll just have to do it this way. So that to that, and that will go in 238, right? Yeah. That will go in this. I changed this. This is what we were using for plutonium. I think I'm going to do, we'll tell it to do specific amounts instead of exporting. So, right, that will go in there, turn it in there, get sent out. All right, there's that. I have expanded this a little bit. And couple things we need to do here. One, actually, we need magma blocks from Blaze, I think it is. Yes, we need those magma blocks, so I'm just going to pull that out. Let it just kind of fill back up. That is still running, but we don't need that. So I'm just going to do that and manually throw these in the A system. Now the reason we want these is for magma or lava. So, oh man, I forgot to get the vibrant alloy while we were over there. Hopefully that's enough. Right, we need one here. That might be enough. So fluid extractor, if we look at this, oh, it's chemical reactor. Whoops. Thought it was a fluid extractor. I mean, wouldn't that be kind of something like a fluid extractor would do? Extract lava from blocks? I don't know. But basically, let me just, we'll get, I think I have another chemical. Yeah, I already have one in here anyway. Right, argon. I'm doing multiple things here, so sorry if I'm jumping around a little bit. Grab argon while we're over here. So we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to fill up a fluid canner with the argon. That, put that in there, and connect that. All right, so that will be cells of argon. Getting pretty fast at that, actually. All right, there we go. I need to do a recipe for that, but we'll do that in a sec. So then this will just be 2 chemical reactors. Export bus, magma blocks, we'll put those in there. So that will just continue to fill that up. That will get that. Export to the right. And then I guess we could just do it on top. Usually I like to have them on the back, but it doesn't really matter. And then we'll do, let's do 2 recipes, the argon cell recipe. So that, and then the other one, the, oh my goodness, what am I trying to say? Lava crystal, this thing. So we need this, is that. And then this is that. And then this is that. So we can see we need quite a lot of those. But that is that. All right. So as we can see, we're just kind of setting up, you know, little random kind of things over here to craft up. It's actually pretty fun just trying to get everything set up for, you know, just automated, get everything kind of automated. So that is just going to put the lava in there. That will continue. That should, oh, I didn't, yeah. I'll just manually throw this all in there for now. So yeah, and then we need emetic. I think that is everything. Didn't do a recipe for that. So yeah, as we can see, there's just lots of little kind of things that we need to do. Need one to make that, and then that, nope. That to that. Dropper. I think I'm gonna replace all the single ones with the big ones, I think. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Because you can only have so many. All right, that is the last one, unfortunately, we have. But, all right, is that... Yes, that's that. Obviously, we need some stuff for that. But I got most of the automation part of it done. So let me grab the last of this. I didn't do a recipe for the this thing because we didn't really need it. So there we go. So there is that. And then the next thing it's telling us to do is wyvern cores made blah blah blah. Yeah, so we need block and nether stars, draconic ores, and this. I guess can that be recipe like put in there? 8. That actually does work. I mean, it's not, I could have it stacked up, but kind of works. All right, but I think I'm just gonna throw this down here. I think like right here. What we're gonna do is, I think, is not what I wanted. Since it's 8, usually I do 9. Just so I have... I may end up crafting one more. Just because I kind of prefer that. This needs to go away. I will get something set up for those Fluix things. I don't think these... I don't particularly like how that... Yeah, let's do... Sure, let's do that. Although that is... Yeah, that's... I think you can just do both, actually. I don't think they store. No, unless they're running. But, alright, so basically that goes there, and then I think that... I think this needs to go up, doesn't it? Doesn't it need to, like, be up one? Like that? I don't think it can be down below. But, alright, so there is the fusion crafting. I think that is pretty good. I do need to get some stuff crafted up here. I'm kind of curious how much that needs, so... Yeah, so 162 nether quartz. So it is quite a lot of glass for that. And then the blocks of nether stars. I don't have a recipe for that. All right, so I have a few things to do for this. But all right, so we have this set up. I'm gonna have to get a bunch of wyvern cores here because if we want this, we need wyvern tier. We need to upgrade these basic into a wyvern tier. So that's done. That's done. Haven't got that yet. Yeah, so we need to upgrade these. We only need the one wyvern core, thankfully. A bunch of nether stars draconic. That is actually pretty easy, but we do need to get this crafted up. So I am going to finish getting this stuff crafted up. We'll come back next episode. We'll check out the fusion reactor, and I want to get power going from the fusion reactor. So I think next episode, I'm thinking, why don't we check out this multi-block, the lunar mining station, and get some helium-3, and we can start producing some oxygen plasma. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Obviously, plans might change, but that is kind of what I'm thinking, because this is going to drain a whole heck of a lot of power. We need to up our power gain. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching and have a good one.